Making friendly conversations like this is a big part of greeting and serving guests. Guests often feel they're on their own. Once they've paid for the meal, no one pays much attention to them. On their own. We're glad you're here. No one pays much attention to them. We're glad you're here.
Quite enough for you today.
Oh boy, we're glad you're here indeed, folks. Welcome to another episode of The Josh Potter Show. 'Tis I, Josh Potter. TheJoshPotter.com is where you can go buy tickets to all the coming up shows. Oh my lord, there's so many of them. Thank you if you came out to Huntsville, Alabama this past weekend. And coming up here this weekend, Seattle, Washington. The hereafter, we got two shows, an early show, a late show. Come to one, come to both. I don't care. I want to see you, Seattle. So come on out, get tickets at thejoshpotter.com. May 17th and 18th, Chicago, Illinois. May 30th, Washington, D.C. May 31st, I'll be with Tim Butterly at the Emmaus Theater. Excited about that. Got lots of dates in June in Houston, Baltimore, Cleveland. And then after that, July, we got Dallas, Texas, Boston in August, Omaha, and Des Moines in August. Oh my lord, so many things. Go to thejoshpotter.com and buy all of the tickets. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe this program. I love you very much. And today, a very special guest. He's going to be a part of the Netflix Is a Joke Festival big show, May 4th, Hotel Cafe. It's already sold out, folks. You can't even go if you wanted to. Yeah! It's Frank Castillo, baby!
Hey! Sold that shit out!
Frank's like, can I come on the show and promote my show? And then he's like, it's sold out. I'm like, well, I guess you don't have to come on the show. No.
Yeah. I was like, I'll just take a nap.
Hey, well, now you just get to brag.
Yeah, and it is, I've been trying to keep it as, it was only like 90 tickets, but still.
Hey, come on, dude. That's any little sellout is a good one, especially for the festival. At least they asked you to do it.
Yeah.
I got a little bone to pick with the Netflix people. I'm not on any show for this thing. I'm seeing these festival flyers. I'm like, literally everyone's on it. What the hell? Well, the Roach can't get a little Netflix love?
Oh, you'll get on something, absolutely.
Somebody, one of the people that books it, did talk to me about it, and they were like, I thought you were a Just for Laughs person. And I was like, I've never done Just for Laughs in my entire life.
Yeah, me
You
neither.
thought wrong.
Yeah.
Call my people.
Let them know.
Exactly. Oh, I'm happy that you're here, buddy.
Me too. I'm excited.
I love you. Frank's one of my favorite people at the Comedy Store and beyond. And I'm glad you're here today because, I've been kind of putting this on the back burner. It's been a couple of weeks now, and I thought it was a good day to remember O.J. Simpson.
Ooh.
Yes, I was very sad that O.J. has passed away. And it's tough to be sad about O.J. passing. He did murder two people. Allegedly. And people you can't make jokes about the murders. You can't make jokes about O.J. So I thought I'd let a little time pass. And then we can just remember the fun parts about O.J. He ran 2,000 yards for the Buffalo Bills that faithful season in 14 games. I mean, come on. And people are speculating if O.J. will be on the new Wall of Fame in Buffalo.
I mean, he should.
He was on the old one.
You got to separate the sports from the...
Yeah, do you think O.J. would be worse or better off if he just got simply Me Too'd, if he was doing a different kind of stabbing,
That's tough because, we've seen a lot of football players become Me Too.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of broadcasters that got Me Too'd on NFL Network and got fired from their jobs. Yeah, I forget all the ones. There was a whole slew of them on the NFL Network that got taken down.
I think it really depends on the stats you put up. Like if you don't.
That's
put up
the thing. Yeah. If you're on the practice squad and you Me Too a little bit, you're canceled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're a Hall of Famer, you get a little Me Too action going. I mean, hell, O.J. was so good at football, he got away with.
He really did.
It's wild. I've been rewatching.
You watching the documentary?
Yes.
There's a new one that just came out.
Another
Netflix.
new one.
Yeah.
No. That's the same one. That's the 30 for 30 you're talking about. The Made in America.
No,
the
this is a different one.
A different one.
Yeah,
came
this is
out?
a different one, and it talks about like It goes from the Rodney King riots and everything that led up to it.
Oh no, that's the one that was on ESPN.
Are you sure?
I
think this is a
They
different
just put
one.
it on Netflix.
Did they just put it on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but no, that one, it's so good. I'm
It's so
rewatching
good.
that
Yeah.
one. Yes.
But he also I think he beat his wife a few times too.
Oh, many.
And they were all like, ah.
He probably beat his first wife, but she was black, so no one cared.
Well, I mean, that was the thing about the doc. You listen to it and you're like, they didn't back then. Like the cops
just didn't. And then the cops are all buddies with OJ. They'd come over and he'd be like, "It's the Juice. Hey, how you doing there, Ship?" The one guy would call him Ship. Yeah. He played like youth football with him, and now the guy's like an LAPD officer in the Rockaway area or the Brentwood area. And he's like, "Hey, Ship, she's getting a little mouthy, that's all." And he's like, "Oh, is everything cool, OJ?" And then they leave or whatever. And then that guy had a change of heart after Nicole died. And he was like, "I knew he did it because he told me that he fantasized about Nicole." And it's
like, you didn't do anything?
You could have done something a long time ago there, pal. Yeah, exactly. The one poor cop who was like going to arrest OJ, and then like OJ goes, "Okay, I'll be right back." And then he just like dipped. And the guy, he was like on the lam, and everyone, the guy's like, "Should we like put out a APB or whatever?" And they're like, "It's OJ. How far could he go without being, people are going to know."
Yeah. People would know it's OJ.
And so they just kind of let him go. What are you looking up here?
I was looking up which NFL or people related to the NFL
Network.
Yeah.
Did you find anything?
It was a bunch of broadcasters who were also former players.
Yes.
Warren
Sapp.
Yeah, Donovan McNabb was one of them.
Yep.
The owner of the Panthers.
Well, no, he got me too. He wasn't a part of NFL Network. He just got me too'd, and then sort of like the owner of the Clippers who got like, not me too'd, but
Donald Sterling.
Yeah, Donald Sterling got ousted from the NBA because he was like, "Listen, you can." Just don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
But he said the N-word when he did that. Then he lost his NBA team. Richardson lost his NFL team because he was like rampant Me Tooing his employees. So they made him sell the Panthers. Much to the dismay of Panthers fans, the organization is in absolute shambles right now.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Worst organization in the NFL. And they traded last year up to get Bryce Young, and they made this crazy trade with Chicago and gave them all these picks. The picks it is staggering how much Chicago got better compared to the Panthers based off
from
of that
those
trade.
picks.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God,
it is a Baruto. What are you googling the trade details?
Yeah.
I mean, it is literally a litany of people. I mean, look at right there. You can see it. Read that to me if you can, because I can't possibly.
In exchange for Bryce Young, the Panthers get a 2023 first-round pick, and then the Bears got
the 2023 first overall pick, which ended up being Caleb Williams, a franchise quarterback. They got DJ Moore, a wide receiver, and then some of those other picks end up being
they got first and second for the next couple of years. That's crazy.
Yes, first and second for 2023, first round for 2024, and a second round for 2025.
Would just fucking Bryce Young play all the positions?
I know, right, dude? It's crazy. And Bryce Young it wasn't like it was CJ Stroud who ended up being rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. And
what happened to Young?
He just was awful. He ended up getting hurt. I mean, it was a bad season to the point where the Panthers ended up being a top draft. They ended up being the number one overall pick, which was the Bears. The Bears got that pick because they got their first round pick in 2024. So the Panthers were so bad that first round pick ended up becoming the first overall pick. So they got a franchise quarterback in Caleb Williams out of it.
Oh, fuck.
Crazy stuff. But we have a video of OJ that we can reminisce about him before we move on here.
He was hilarious, though.
This is just one of the classic ones. We thought it was, we thought we'd pull up an old OJ Twitter video because we played so many on this program over the years, and this one was one of my favorites. It was when Aaron Rodgers got hurt on 9/11.
Hey, the Jets are still going to be good. They got that defense, and that
kid
learned a lot from Aaron. Unfortunately, 9/11 is just a bad date for New York,
Listen to those people cackling, too. They're like, this he doesn't give a f***. He's going to double down on 9/11 jokes. And I think it's wild that OJ had, he always said, he's like, oh, we had a couple friends over for the game. I want to know who these friends are. I still do. But, that he made everyone sign NDAs at his deathbed.
What?
He brought his children in one by one, made them sign an NDA, and so they can. It's weird to think
what about what?
I know about his final conversation, I guess, or everyone is.
I did it.
That's what everyone thinks is what's going on there. Is that he was like, listen, your mother and that stupid waiter who I thought was her, but he wasn't because he was definitely gay. I mean, I don't know. I always thought it would be a funny thing. Like, I always asked girls this, like, as like a funny LOL question. I was like, would you fuck OJ? And some of the girls would be like, yeah, of course I'd fuck OJ. And it's
He's
like,
dangerous.
what if when he came, he was like, I did it. You know what I mean? That'd be the best.
He's like, I did it.
Tom and I used to ask girls that all the time, like, you know, like working at clubs or whatever, like the green room waitress or whatever would be like, you'd fuck OJ, right? And they'd be like, hell yeah. And they'd be like, what if he like admitted to the murder while he was coming? I was a girl that I went to high school with, and she, you know, was always dating this guy, and I always had a crush on her. I thought she was so hot. And this guy, one day, like, this is around COVID, he died. And it was like all over the news and stuff. He was hit by a car in a weird street where like cars don't usually drive very fast. And it was very odd, the circumstances, how he died. He was like drunk at 3 a.m. walking or something. We were like, what? From where? To where? It was COVID. Everything's closed. And come to find out, I have a cop friend who's like, you know who's a suspect? It's this girl. She might have did it. He's like, they were thinking she had a fight, and then she like hit him with a car, like out in the street. And I was like, that's so. And then I go, would it be crazy if I slid in her DMs? And he was like, ha 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 ha. And then I did it. I was like, sup? Because I was like, if she did it, she's not mourning, really, you know?
She's looking to get some dick, dog.
Yeah, and so, like, I thought it would be fun to have sex with her and then her to confess to me while she was coming. That was my fantasy.
Could you have sex with someone who's like, I'm a serial killer?
Are they going to kill me?
No.
Yeah, I would think that was fun. I think I have, actually. Not like they're not a serial killer, but you ever have sex with a girl and there's something missing behind the eyes? You know what I'm saying? And you just go, well, she's so hot, but, you know, there's something, we're not connecting necessarily. There's something missing back there. It actually helps. It actually hurts my performance. Like, my penis is like Jiminy Cricket in those scenarios.
Or she's staring through you?
Yeah, or something. She's just like, or I'm just kind of like, hey, like, are you in there? You know, that kind of thing. And my penis is always Jiminy Cricket. He's always like, we shouldn't do this, you know? And then I tend not to. But let's get into some other sports news. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Dee, 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 dee. You watch any baseball? I know you're playing the show.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing a lot of MLB.
Has it made you watch more?
A little bit. I'll have it on in the background. I've mostly just been playing and watching a lot of Fallout, like we talked.
Yeah. Fallout, great show, folks. Go check it out. Old Johnny Pemberton.
Shout out Johnny.
Killing it.
Love him.
I haven't finished the whole thing yet, but I'm like 7 episodes deep. I'm almost done. But boy, oh boy, am I excited. But in baseball, I love baseball so much. I'm glad it's in full swing. The Minnesota Twins have been doing something wild. You know, teams, when they hit a home run, oftentimes maybe they celebrate in the dugout by like putting a special hat on them. Mm-hmm. You know, there's teams with like Viking hats. The San Diego Padres had a wild chain that would be like a spinner around their neck that they'd put on someone who hit a home run. The Minnesota Twins are doing something really weird. They've found a lucky package of sausage.
What?
And so every time someone hits a home run, see if you can scroll over, and we'll have one of the Minnesota Twins explain to us here. We have old Baldelli, Rocco Baldelli, telling us what's going on.
It's bringing us a lot of hits and runs and stuff, so I'm all for it. I mean, for anyone that hasn't been following, it's a substantial packaged, you know, sausage that Jeffers has been carrying around in his bag and throwing at people when we score runs and hit homers. So I'm all for it. I'm slightly concerned as like, I'm not even an adult, but slightly concerned as like more of an adult than maybe some of the people in the other room, that the package is going to open up and the thing hasn't been refrigerated in many days. And there's no doubt that when that thing opens up, whoever's touching it is in deep trouble. Like,
what's he talking about? Like salmonella?
Or just how gross it's going to smell?
It's going to smell terrible. Yeah, it's going to get on their gloves and shit. Oh, yeah. Now, that's what I was thinking. The sausage itself is lucky because I was thinking, I'm like, are they bringing a new package of sausage every time? Is it a particular brand of sausage? It's the same sausage. Exactly. The sausage is lucky. And it's for those folks who don't follow baseball, the season just began. They're going all the way to October. There's no chance this sausage is
You got to start refrigerating.
Yeah, or put it in the freezer and then take it out for the game. But that would be tough to throw a giant frozen sausage, and maybe is freezing it take away its luck. There's a lot of variables when it comes to superstitions.
It's crazy how superstitious sports
athletes
people.
are. Yes, exactly. And as a person who understands what they're doing and gets the superstition, this is a tough position they put themselves in because, sure, the sausage has made them hot right now. But that thing's going to get gross, like you mentioned. It's going to get disgusting. It's going to become untenable to take that sausage with them. And then if they get a new sausage, that sausage could be a jinx. Or if they freeze the sausage, it could take away all of the luck, could freeze the luck out
What
of
if
the
the
sausage.
grosser the sausage is, the luckier they become?
I mean, and then how do they have one guy on the team, an equipment manager, be like, you got to house this. Where are they keeping it?
And
then they got to take it on the plane and
got to protect the sausage.
Yeah, you got to put that in a casket, like a box or some kind that's got a lock on it or something. I mean, I just don't know how they're going to be able to keep this up.
Yeah.
And I fear for Twins fans because now this what was a lucky charm could become a curse. It could be the curse of the sausage eventually. Ooh. You get a new sausage and then all of a sudden, I thought too, I was starting to get a little nervous for them too. Was there a third slide on that showed the sausage or something on that thing? Let's see. Oh, there it is right there. It doesn't show the brand name, and I think that's by design because, like I said, if this was my sausage brand, I'm getting all up the Twins' ass about marketing and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I'm bragging. I'm like, we're the Lucky Sausage brand. Come get your Lucky Sausage. But that could turn bad for whatever company that is, too, if it then becomes a curse. And then people are like, fuck that sausage. It fucked the Twins season back in 24.
But also, if you're not a fan of the Twins, then you start buying that sausage.
Well, yes, then, the rivals will start buying it and showing up to the stadium. So it is it depends how much the sausage maker wants to lean into it.
Yeah.
You don't want to see, show me how the sausage is made. They don't even want to know. But look at how fucking big that is. Golly. That's it. What kind of sausage do you think that is there, Alex?
I would choose a summer sausage for my ritual sausage. You don't have to refrigerate
that one's
it.
So big.
This looks like a Hormel deli salami type deal.
Now it is a sausage though. It's not like ground beef in a cylindrical form.
It is. Yeah, it is in a tube.
Yes, so maybe that helps it preserve itself a little better. I don't know, but throw that thing in the fucking fridge or something at the very least.
I would have ate it.
You know what else happened? I would have ate it. That's the thing. If you say they get it all the way to the end, they win the World Series, and the sausage is still going strong. You think they cook it up a little bit?
I mean, you gotta
get a little sick from it. There's gonna be maggots and shit in it though.
Unless
July?
It's completely packaged still. If the package is not broken or anything, there won't be any maggots. It'll just be gross.
Yes, and I'm not a meat connoisseur by any means, but I think if you did freeze it and you brought it out for games and you just kept throwing it back in the freezer, it actually wouldn't be bad to eat, would it?
Isn't there something bad? I thought you're not supposed to freeze and de-thaw and then freeze and de-thaw something else.
Yeah, but if it's for just a baseball game, is that a total de-thaw or is it still technically frozen? You're not thawing it out for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I think right now it's a little beyond the freeze ability, but I'm just thinking for next time you want to introduce packaged meats into your rituals, use your brain about it. Let the Roach help you out and how
Jerky's
to preserve
easier.
this. It's a long ass season. Yes, the jerky is easier and easier to catch and throw, I'd imagine. But just such a strange celebration from the Minnesota Twins. Elsewhere in baseball, Adam Kelly sent this one in. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you folks can send in all your articles and videos and things. Adam Kelly sent this one. I'm just going to let you watch it.
Move it.
And for those listening at home, a Canadian goose, a giant Canadian goose, is on the field, and it's kind of flying around. It's obviously frightened, and they're trying to catch it. This thing is massive. You can't exactly catch a Canadian goose. It's running around now the outfield. It's running around it's back at the track. And, he's curling around left field now. Now he's getting a little bit higher.
Yeah, that thing's fucking.
Now it's ascending. And these things are huge. These are the ones you see in the flying V. He's getting up. He's getting up. He's getting up to the upper deck, and that one's back. Oh, and back at the wall, and oh boy, down into the. Oh my lord! We had a collision in the upper deck, and then it's just back to the action.
Go back to it hitting the thing. I got to see
Tariq Skubal back on the mound.
See, now he's like, I'm good. He probably thought that was clear.
Well, everyone's skies. Like, here we go. It's up there. It's getting up there. It's ascending. But then there's a net for the foul balls. I think it hit.
No, he hit.
He hit the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Down goes the goose.
Down goes the goose.
Down goes the goose.
They're chuckling a little bit about it, which PETA's going to get on their bat. They have to pull a Castellanos.
Rewind the moment it hits the. I just want to see how because it looked like it was trying to land on it, and then it realized it was like not gonna do it. Right? See, he tries to land.
Maybe he just thought it was a window or like an opening.
See, he tries to like land.
It looks like it got sketched out because look, it's trying to stop.
Yeah.
And then boom, just collides right. Skadoosh. Let's play it from the move it back a little bit and play it. I want to hear them. I want to hear what their call is of this. Go back even a little bit more because it's flying. You notice it's starting to go like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, go ahead, play it.
It's in cruise control now.
Now he starts panicking.
Ran into the scoreboard. Down goes the goose. Oh, the poor thing.
I thought they laughed. I don't know. Maybe it was my laughing.
Wow.
But they're like, oh, down goes the goose. Back to the action, though. On the mound is Skubal, and he's a 0-3 count right now. Ooh. Wait, is this on the video? They do it in slow motion?
I was able to slow it down.
Oh, cool. Oh, shit. He definitely
kicks his feet out to like...
Yeah. Wild stuff, folks. Wild stuff. Thank you to Adam Kelly sending that bad boy in. Josh Potter Show at gmail.com again, where you can submit all your things. And boy, oh boy, did the Roach Reporters come out today. Are you tired of running through lotion and socks? Well, today's Josh Potter Show brought to you by the AUTOBLOW. That's right. Give that wrist a break with the AUTOBLOW. AUTOBLOW is the blowjob machine. It takes AI data from hundreds of hours of blowjob videos, and it turned it into a truly incredible device. It even syncs up with a free porn library. Boy, yoy, yoing. The AUTOBLOW moves with exactly the same motions as in the videos. This one's just doing the standard right now. I don't have it programmed up, so it feels like you're really there, though. It syncs right up there. And I'll tell you what, folks, once I got a hold of the AUTOBLOW, I tell you, no longer gone are the nights of getting some scallywag at 4 a.m. just to have a bit of a blowjob and then regretting it the next day. The AUTOBLOW doesn't stick around in the morning unless you want it to. There's plenty of advantages to using the AUTOBLOW. I might never go back to regular mouths ever again. The AUTOBLOW's founder even conducted a vulva beauty pageant to 3D scan the world's most attractive vulvas to add them on the device if you'd like to get that sort of attachment. Look at what they're doing for you. Science over here. That serious commitment to making sure you have the best experience possible. So it's time to start having the best blowjobs of your life. Head to autoblow.com. Use code Potter to snag 10% off your order. That's autoblow.com. Use code Potter for 10% off. Let's get into the news. Oh boy, Frank. You ever get nervous about, when you go out to eat? You're a big out to eat guy.
Yeah.
You ever get nervous about, the people that are making the food, what maybe they're doing to it?
Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. I had taquitos once and they left the fucking piece to keep the taquitos closed.
Mm.
When you make taquitos, usually there's like a toothpick or something, then you fry it and then you take the toothpick out.
Oh, okay.
They left the fucking toothpick in.
And it was just you crunched on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is the least of your worries when it comes to, the toothpick was in there? Well, in this case, a restaurant worker down in Old Houston, Texas, is facing escalating legal jeopardy after allegedly dipping his genitals into the food of the business. It was a Harry County precinct constable's office. They looked into Othello Lorenzo Holmes, 27, some more, and discovered that he had possessed immense amounts of child pornography. Okay, that was a little byproduct that they threw in.
Yeah,
like, They go, this guy, he's dipping his genitals into food. We better go look into this guy a little more. Oh, turns out he's got an immense amount of child porn. They use the word immense amount.
An immense amount of child porn.
That's a lot of child pornography, an immense amount, if you will. Once our investigators got a call from the restaurant owner, we not only arrested him after viewing video evidence. Do we have any of the video evidence on there? See, why don't they put the video evidence on?
Yeah,
I want to see the guy dipping his dick into whatever. We also noticed he had thousands of child pornography files on his phone. On his phone. What a place to put the child pornography files. You know, you'd think like...
And how bad you got to watch? You need that on demand?
That's the thing. These child pornography guys, you'd think they'd be a little... They got to know, I'm doing something that people would find quite heinous. I'm going to keep them on a little hard drive in the middle of the floorboard. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got their secret airtight fucking hard drive that they keep like, you know, in a panel or something in their house that no one will ever know about. But no, this guy's willy-nilly on his phone. He's just like got it on his camera roll. I mean, what the hell are we doing here?
Crazy.
He was rearrested because our investigators went the extra mile to look into the guy who appears to be a predator. I want to know less about the predator stuff and more about dipping his penis and genitals into the food. And it says here he had the sexual urge. However, he stopped himself before he ejaculated. This is about putting the genitals in jelly. He was using jelly, it turns out.
What flavor?
Yeah, like red jelly or purple jelly.
I was going to say something really racist. Marmalade jelly.
The things that I have seen and the behavior that I have seen, it is very disturbing. That was that was the constable who says that. When the restaurant found out about his behavior going on, they immediately shut down to everybody, and they had not served a single patron of the restaurant. Holmes allegedly told investigators that these urges frequently and has a history of sexual offenses, saying he has a problem with these sexual urges and needs help. Could you imagine? You're just a jelly fucker out there, and it's like, I've gotta fuck the jelly.
Did you ever see? There was a great video. It was a Vice documentary about rehabilitating people with sexual assault like stuff, and then literally like they were interviewing a guy, and then it was like, a day later, he sent a picture of his dick to one of our producers. God. And it was literally just about how he was like talking about being rehabilitated and all this stuff. And
that's
like,
so
working
wild.
Towards and stuff. And then they're like,
one producer back there like logging the fucking interview. He's like, oh man, and just goes off the wagon. That's so wild. This guy though, imagine having that prison of having just sexual urges that you can't overcome. I mean, that's got to be an absolute hell as a person who is trying to not be a menace. This guy, though, when it comes to sexual assault, I mean, he had sexual urges towards jelly. I mean, if anything, this guy's like Sesame Street compared to what he could have been. You know what I'm saying? And not to use Sesame Street, that was a weird comparison. But it says we took immediate action by shutting down the establishment, cleaning the entire space, discarding all existing inventory, and contacting the police to have the employee arrested immediately. Additionally, we worked with our security teams to enhance our camera systems, just in case anyone else wants to walk in there and fuck the jelly.
Jelly, yeah.
What kind of jelly is this? I gotta know. I mean, who even has jelly at a restaurant?
Breakfast spot?
Breakfast spot. That's true. A diner. I'm trying. And then also, usually aren't the jellies in like individual?
That means he probably unwrapped a bunch of jellies, or he just got.
Or what if he's just fucking a
jar of jelly?
A jar of packages of jelly. It's not even the jelly.
That seems hurtful.
And then he's poking holes. You make a little jelly mash happening. I'm trying to figure it out. Is it just a giant jar of jelly? And he's like, I saw the jelly from across the room, and I thought I couldn't stop thinking about the jelly all day. I had to take the jelly. Jelly can't consent either, you know.
This makes me want to stick my dick in a jar of jelly.
Just to see, you know?
Just to see.
Now, Frank's got new sexual urges. That's what happens when, I guess, when it's kind of like ISIS, you know, when they don't want you to talk about them, they don't want you to say anything about them, because then you'll have copycats.
Dude, I'm trying to get my schmuckers on.
The business maintained we strongly believe this is an isolated incident. I would hope so. I would fucking hope so. Imagine if this was we just can't. Our jelly's so good. We cannot stop having people trying to fuck it. Just eat it like God intended. Authorities kept investigating, and on April 15th, Holmes allegedly took them through his phone. They claimed to discover child sexual abuse material. Evidence also showed the defendant engaging in sexual activity with himself and also another person in front of a child. Well, that's pretty bad. That's where you lost me, pal. I was all ready to take up your case. I was going to Gloria Allred you here and be like, let the man fuck Jelly. And now you lost me with that one. That's when I'd have to be like, well, I have to step aside from this case. We kept investigating this guy. And boy, I'm glad we did, said Rosen. We found some really horrible things on his phone.
You don't want to know what he does to peanut butter.
Yeah, wow. I bet he did some wild shit with peanut butter, too. Because it says here that we found child pornography, and we were fearful that he potentially may have had molested a young child at some point. Well, that's good that they got rid of him then. On the social media site Telegram, this man allegedly wrote, super pervy yesterday. I wish I had access to kids. Oh my
Jesus.
God. What the hell's going on Telegram? I mean,
oh my God.
This guy's just begging to be arrested.
Dude.
Meanwhile, he's doing it on Telegram where, I don't know, is that the Trump one? What's Telegram?
Telegram is the one that it's anonymous.
Yeah,
you sell and buy drugs on it.
Oh, and I guess, and evidently confessed to child sexual urges. I mean, golly.
What really sucks is how he's probably ruined peanut butter and jellies for a lot of kids.
Oh my God. And then this is why Telegram needs to get shut down. Another person with the username Princess wrote back with a crying face emoji, I wish you did too.
Oh my God.
Shut Telegram down. What the hell? Now I'm going to get all the Telegrams, because they're all like cyber hackers probably. They're going to get like my YouTube ripped down and shit. Whatever, do what you got to do on Telegram, I guess. Rosen reportedly said that Holmes used to work at a hotel and that the constable's office is seeking a medical evaluation to learn whether or not the defendant has any sexually transmitted diseases that could have been given to anyone at the restaurant. Yeah, because he's fucking the food. Can you get a sexually transmitted disease by ingesting food that someone with one fucked and it's not direct contact?
I mean, if someone comes in something and they have a thing, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Does dry, dead cum still infect people with, like, you can't eat cum and get AIDS. You have to have the cum go in your blood, right?
Yeah, you can't eat cum and get AIDS.
You know how back in the 80s they were talking about AIDS and they're like, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot get AIDS from kissing. They were trying to like spread that out. I would have been more on the thing. I would have been like, you can't get AIDS from eating cum. Did they put that one up there on the screen, when they were trying to have them, be a little more accepted or what have you? I don't know. Well, let's get out of the child porn realm and into something a little more fun. This one comes to us by way of Eric Smith. And boy, oh boy, Eric Smith, shout out, because he had a prolific Roach reporting day here on this, our May... What is it? May the 2nd, May the 1st, 2024, in the year of our Lord. So here he writes, this woman, by the way, okay, I'm just going to start from the top. Che Ann, the Lacey Washington man, I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but you know what, you can see his picture, you get what I'm getting at. Che Ann, the Lacey Washington man who pled guilty to second-degree attempted murder of his estranged wife, has been sentenced for his horrific crime. And you're thinking, oh, it's just another OJ, another run-of-the-mill murdering of the wife. No, he did it in a wild way. On Monday, he was given more than 13 years in prison. He was sentenced to 165 months behind bars. That seems light for what I'm about to tell you. The victim spoke during the sentence hearing, retelling her harrowing story of survival after the attempted murder. So, she didn't die.
No, she lived.
According to her initial account, the two argued over their divorce and money. That's something that people often argue about. After she was asked him to leave, he attacked her, punching her in the head before throwing her to the ground. He then allegedly duct taped her hands behind her back, as well as taped her eyes, thighs, and ankles. And when he left the room briefly, she made a call, 911, with her Apple Watch. But when he later realized that she had it on, he allegedly destroyed it with a hammer. She said he then took her by van to the woods where he stabbed her breasts with a sharp object and could be hearing her digging before he put her into the ground and placed a heavy tree on top of her. Dirt was then placed on top of her as well, with Young saying she believed she was in the ground for a few hours, and he told her she was going to die. So I had been under the understanding that I thought the Apple Watch 911 call happened while she was buried alive.
No, she did it before.
Wow, she got that one, and then he destroyed it with a hammer. We don't have that 911 call, do we?
We do have the 911 call. Do you want to hear it?
Yes. Oh, Frank gasped. We have the 911 call, folks. Eric Smith, joshpottershow@gmail.com, sending this bad boy in.
If this is a fake phone call with a crazy Asian accent, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh, my God, dude. I wish I was that smart and made that bit. And we have footage of the 911 call. Me so sorry. I just like, it's just me on the phone. That would have been, I would have been killer. I would have got canceled. I would have been on the Netflix festival for sure after that one. I mean, hell, they would have given me, I would have hosted SNL. Let's watch it.
911, what are you reporting? Hello?
Now that might not be an Asian accent. That just might be her bound.
Can you hear me?
Pause it for a second. Now, people are 911 operators. I know you have to go through a pretty extensive sort of thing to ascend to be 911 dispatch operator like that, right?
Yeah, I think it's you got to go to like...
You have to pass a civil service exam, which is the easy part. And then you have to also then go through a immense training, I would think. Yeah. Now, people out there in the comments are going to be like, no, actually, it's quite easy.
Yeah, they're like, you actually have to drop out of high school.
Yeah, my retarded cousin's a 911 operator. But it's not like, you know, we've heard many 911 calls go awry. We've heard many that are like, you know, done poorly. So far, this woman's just hearing.
Yeah, this is a tough one. If I'm that operator, I'd be like, "Bitch, call back." Click.
Now, but that's the thing. There could have been someone being like, "Is this a prank?" But I even remember like my sister one time called 911 just to like see what happens, and like literally they were like 911, and she hung up the phone, and then a cop was there like in 10 minutes at our house. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know with phones or now the way that they are. If I'm hearing this, don't they just automatically ping to where the call's coming from?
I think it takes a while to like exactly get the info.
Especially maybe now with phones moving and stuff like that, the chips inside them. So I don't know. I just don't understand really how it works enough. Because if I heard this, I'd be like, all right, we've got this address. Well, like, let's send out a car right now. Let's get ahead of it before, you know, things get worse.
Then it's also like they still got to find her in the woods.
Well, she's not even in the woods at this point. So like, yeah. And then they destroy the Apple Watch. So they're going to have to go to this house or whatever. And I think that's what ends up happening. But let's see if there's any, like, if she actually gets any words out or if it's just going to be like, how long is this? 7 minutes of like,
fucking charades.
Yeah, right. But it's the whole time the 911 operator's like, hello, can you hear me? Hello?
What's going on there? Okay, I'm going to get help started to you. Hold on for me for
Good
just a
move.
second. Do you
Okay.
know the address that you're at?
Took about 40 seconds. She's not saying any words.
Are you...
You think she's going to start? She's like, okay, so you haven't said a single word this whole time. It's just been clearly... You're hearing this. What address are you at? She's saying, like, she's going to all of a sudden be like, 446. You know, like, I don't understand what this woman thinking is going to happen.
And also, imagine being a husband killing your ex-wife and then realizing you didn't really fully do the job. And then she's just like, that's classic you. Can't fucking follow through. You know what I mean? Can't fin. You know, you're just like your dad.
I wonder if he comes in at some point during this thing and been like, what the fuck?
You want to fast forward it?
Go ahead. Yes. Let's see. So far, a lot of the same. She's doing a lot of typing.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take that as a yes.
My partner's starting help to you, okay? Hang tight.
You're just starting help now? 7 minutes ago you were doing that. That's a dog. That sounds like
Editor's
a dog.
note.
Said about 5 minutes of silence passes before an officer arrives.
Lacey Police Department, if you're inside, make yourself known.
Whoa.
Oh, so the 5 minutes of silence was him removing her? Did he not destroy the Apple Watch with a hammer like they said?
That's wild.
Crazy. It's just a dog barking. Well, I guess nothing's going on here. And he just leaves. You just hear him go, well, false alarm.
They're like, you know what? This is very reminiscent to that OJ thing that happened so long ago. It's a good thing I learned my lesson.
But she did live, folks, so that's a good news there. And the man is going to jail for a long, long time.
How long?
Well, 13 years, it said.
Only 13 years for trying to kill your wife?
Yep, take that into mind. OJ got no years.
Yeah, but he also was really good at football.
Yeah. So if you're not a special person, 13 years is what we're looking at. Speaking of your family members getting murdered, Gil sent this one in, and I don't think this one involves a murder necessarily.
Murder.
A University of Florida pre-med student stabbed his mother in excess of 70 times. Now, you love your mother. You'd never do this to your mother, no matter how much she bothered you. When she answered her front door, his motive caught detectives off guard. He said, I've wanted to kill my mother for many, many years because she got on my nerves.
Is that the lady that died?
That's what I thought.
She's banging.
When I saw this come up, I go, your mom's a babe. Maybe he just wanted...
hot.
Was your mom fucking all your friends? Is that why she got on her nerves? Because boy, oh boy, is she...
I can understand killing an ugly mom, but like...
I mean, yeah, it's like, this mom is such a babe. I did think that too. I was like, that can't be the mom. I mean, this guy's a fucking pre-med student. Then we asked him, what's your relationship with your mother? He said, about an 8 out of a 10. That seems pretty good, actually. If you would have told me, if you go, what's your relationship with your mother? I would have been like 6 probably. And I'm not stabbing my mom 70 times,
70? That's crazy.
She does live across the country. So maybe if she did live here, I don't... who knows? I'm not going to count everything out, Anyhow, he says 8 out of 10 that he really loved her, but she irritated him, and he made up his mind today on his way from Gainesville that he would murder her. And that's exactly what he did. So she did die, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It was, in fact, a...
Murder.
Oh, my God. We pour one out for the MILF we lost.
I know. Oh, my Lord. And she's a 46-year-old Elvia Espinoza, a mother of 3 and a second-grade teacher at Ben Hill Griffin Elementary School. She, investigators say the killing happened around 2 p.m. Can we see this fucking guy? Emmanuel, doorbell camera video shows Emmanuel Espinoza, 21, approached the home with a knife. See, this is the thing. This was like, I was having this dilemma during the NFL draft.
Look at the image right down.
There he is right there. I was having this problem during the NFL draft, though, because, all the guys of 21, 22, 23, 24, around that age, all their moms. You go, who's that? And then you're like, that must be their girlfriend. No, it's the mother.
Dude, the NFL draft is always my favorite because everyone always posts that meme from Get Out.
Oh, yeah.
The white lady and the black guy. And then every NFL draft is always like the mom, the dad, and then the white girlfriend.
Oh, of course. Well, that was Russell Wilson before he ditched his lady for Sierra.
There was a lady who there was a thing about a girl dumping her boyfriend when he didn't go in the first round.
That's crazy. Was that from this year?
I don't know. I just
see if we can research that for a second. But I was having, same thing as we were looking at this. We're like, look at how hot that mom is, and that's what I was doing. I don't look at the girlfriends anymore. I look at how hot the moms are.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, by the way.
Hot mom.
Hot mom. she went number 1 overall in my hot mom draft pick. Oh, that's Will Levis. He got dumped by her. I just think that was his sister. I thought was next to him. We talked about Will Levis and his hot to trot sister. But is that true? It's just show because he didn't go in the first round. He went in the second round. And I think this is just going to show like
the girlfriend of Kentucky quarterback Will Levis couldn't hold it in any longer on Thursday night. As he slid from a potential top 5 pick to out of the first round altogether, she turned to her friend and said, I gotta go pee. We feel for Levis and his girlfriend that the NFL draft hype machine wildly overinflated his draft stock.
All right. If that means she broke up with him.
Yeah, I know she broke up.
She's probably pissed too. She's like, that's a lot of money. But I don't know. I wouldn't be pissed. I hope they're still having sex. Anyhow, back to old Emmanuel Espinoza, 21. He approached his home with a knife hidden behind his back, and he tried to get in without knocking. The second she opened the door, he charged in and started stabbing her. He made the statement that he knew where to stab her for maximum effect because of his biology classes, because he's a pre-med student. So he was doing a little... If I stab over here, I know that I can get the maximum effect. He stabbed her in excess of 70 times. I think no matter where you do it, though, pre-med student, you're going to get some damage done. 70. You could do 70 times in the foot, and it's going to...
fuck her foot up.
Judd added that it was one of the most bizarre murders that he's dealt with in a very long time. Emmanuel Espinoza has been charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, jail records show. He called 911 and confessed to the operator who answered. Officials said he was coming from Gainesville to Frostproof for a family event for a grandparent this week, and he asked his mom if he could stay with her. Well, that's your first mistake. If she gets on your nerves, you don't go stay with her. You get a hotel like a gentleman.
Yeah.
You're a pre-med student, for Christ's sake. I know money's probably a little tight, but you're going to get it on the back end. Spring for the hotel so your mom doesn't fucking
hate you.
Yeah, exactly. He arrived around 2 o'clock. He knocked on the front door, and when his mom opened the door, he began to stab her, and he stabbed her many times. She ran from him. She was talking to a family member on the phone, and he stabbed her until she fell down and died. The suspect was the 2020 Frostproof Senior High valedictorian with a 4.5 GPA. It's always these valedictorians that are Looney Tunes. Yeah, do you remember the valedictorian of your high school?
Yeah, he got valedictorian, and then he just stayed working at the grocery store.
That's so... Dude, there was a kid, it wasn't even a valedictorian, it was just like one of the top 5. He like just worked at a gas station forever.
It was like, the weirdest thing.
You were like the smartest kid in school. Like, what the hell is going on? He just was like, I hate school. It's like, all right. It was crazy to me.
Yeah, but gas station's fine?
Yeah. I go, you don't hate the gas station? I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. The valedictorian, too, of my school, like, went to of my class, went to, like, I don't know, one of the big ones, Harvard or some horse shit. And washed out like immediately, and then just like also just kind of gave up and became like a hippie, which I was like, cool, now maybe I should like hook up with her. That'd be fun. I should hit her up now. She's probably real fun now. Anyhow, he was in his 4th year at the University of Florida, and he intended to be a medical doctor. Anyhow, next up, this is good. You like drugs. I like drugs. How about you, Alex? You like drugs?
I like drugs, Josh.
Good. I'm glad you're not a fucking narc. Jay Nordby sent this bad boy on joshpottershow@gmail.com. A psychoactive drug crafted from human bones is leaving addicts in the West African country of Sierra Leone digging up graves in order to get their fix. Now, I mean, there's a lot of people doing wild shit out there across America for drugs, you know? There's people out in the street right now doing crazy shit, trying to get some money to get their little fix. Could you imagine?
The bone marrow?
It's something from the drug. Let's see what they say here. According to the BBC, this haunting menace has forced Sierra Leone to declare a national emergency. Police officers in Freetown are guarding cemeteries to thwart the disturbing practice of exhuming skeletons for the zombie drug production. Notably, the drug dubbed Kush, which is not, it's a bad name. You can't take Kush from us. Come on now.
Yeah, Kush is ours.
Kush is ours. You can't take it for your fucking creepy body shit, all right? It's made from a variety of toxic substances. Good start for drugs, by the way.
Yeah.
You could just take toxic substances from a lot of things. You don't need to do it from a dead body. One of its main ingredients being ground up human bone. Wild. The narcotic first emerged in the West African country around 6 years ago. According to the outlet, it includes a hypnotic high, which can last several hours. The drug has become a widespread problem, and dealers have reportedly turned into grave robbers, breaking into thousands of tombs to steal skeletons to keep up with the demands. Oh, I got a whole batch over here. I just took out a whole mausoleum. You want to come by, get your fix?
Get some of that bone.
You know how they always were like, how did they find out mushrooms were psychedelic? It's like there's just people out there eating those mushrooms. They had to figure out which ones were poison, which ones were psychedelic. Now, this is how far we've come as
who was the guy who was like, let's
species,
fucking grind up some bones.
and then make drugs out of it. Wild kind of thing going on. So now our country is currently faced with an existential threat due to the ravaging impact of drugs and substance abuse, particularly devastating synthetic drug Kush. I don't like that they call it Kush.
Yeah.
Mr. Bio added that there had been escalating fatalities among the drug users. So you can OD on bones, evidently.
I wonder if certain people's bones give you a certain high.
Yes, you're talking race stuff now.
Yeah.
Well, you know, traditionally and historically speaking, so-and-so's bones are bigger than our bones, so...
Much better hit.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know if there's much racial diversity in Sierra Leone that they have done that research.
I got that China white, baby.
Yeah. And also maybe age, too. Like, is it like, ooh, I got that, these are young bones here. These are the young bones, not them old brittle bitches. You know, you get a bag of brittle bones.
Fresh-ass child bones.
It's, yeah. Oh, this is the fresh-ass shit, not that brittle-ass stuff. You know, it's like a bag of shake. Some old lady's bones is like a bag of shake. Dr. Abdul Jallah, head of Sierra Leone Psychiatric Hospital, said that the president's emergency declaration is the right step and will be crucial in addressing this drug use. There are no official... Can you imagine it getting that bad here in America, though, where it's like people are just digging up... I mean, there's
look at that guy's leg.
Ugh. Is that from doing bone stuff?
I mean, yeah, it's probably like injecting stuff.
What does it say?
This is a shot of some of the street gangs that make and sell bones in Sierra Leone.
I like that we call it bones.
Not bones.
You want to do bones?
Bones is a better name than
Yo,
Kush.
man, you want to do some bones?
You trying to bones up?
You guys trying to get boned?
Trying to bone it?
Yo,
trying to bone down?
Trying to bone, fellas? That's how they do it. Who wants to bone? You want a bone? You want a bone?
You want a bone? Trying to bone out?
You want to get a bone?
Oh, is that what it looks like?
I got a whole skeleton up in here. That's them rolling it up to smoke it. You were saying inject it, which I thought was funny.
It's like a synthetic chemical blend that is then sprayed on plants. So usually like tobacco or cheap weed. There's like weed grown in Sierra Leone.
Oh yeah,
that they
those
then,
New
like,
York
mix it in with.
packs. You were just out in New York, right?
Yeah.
And have you been there since it's been like this whole shift?
Oh, dude, when I was over there, it was like 2014.
You go to the East
California.
Village and it's like every store is a weed store.
Yeah, but also 420 at Washington Square Park was crazy. It was packed.
Oh, you were there for 420?
Oh my god, dude, it was insane. People had like booths set up. Dude.
I think that would be every year though. Maybe not for the fair of the booths and all that.
But
kind
like
of stuff, but
companies, like weed companies from California came out and set up booths.
Yeah, it's the whole
sell. Dude, it was crazy.
It's Manifest Destiny, but going east instead of west this time. You know,
dude, it was an amazing time.
Anywho, the official death toll linked to Kush abuse, but one doctor from Freetown told the BBC that hundreds of young men had died from organ failure caused by the drug in recent months. So yeah, they're just smoking poison, and the bones happen to be in it. That's probably what gives its joie de vivre.
It's
the
earthy
bones,
flavor.
The bones probably don't do anything. It's all the chemicals and toxins in it, but the bones are giving what it's scary. You know what I mean? Hey, you want to do some bones? Come on by, do some bones. Anyhow, we got Eric Smith, like I said. He's really like popping off today, and he gave some great articles. Everyone did. Thank you so much to all the Roach reporters out there, always. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can send things in. But this one, it's about a naked man at Starbucks. I think that's a fun thing that we can wrap up on here.
I used to work
program.
at Starbucks.
You did?
Yeah, I used to do a lot of shit at Starbucks.
You know what else? I saw a tweet today that was about a barista, and she said that, let me see if I can pull it up. I know exactly who tweeted it, but it was about the heinous things people say to baristas. Have you ever had anybody say anything weird to you?
Oh, yeah. I've had people say mean shit to me, and then I've had homeless people cuss at me. And but no, I used to have like rude regulars, and I just like take it. And then it was like once I started working at the store, I all of a sudden stopped caring. And so like at Starbucks, it's like the customer's always right. You have to be nice and stuff. Then I got to a point where I would just start talking back to customers and being like a dick because I was a comic. So I was just like, and everyone knew I did stand up. So they were just kind of like, oh, all right. Like I remember there was a guy, he would steal the newspaper every single day. And we would tell him he'd have to pay for it. And he'd be like, I'm not going to pay for it. Right. He was just a dick. He was always mean to the girls there. Just always like an asshole. Right. And then, I think it was the night.
Was he a hobo or was he well-to-do?
It was a fucking well-to-do. It was in Ventura, Studio City, a nice place, right? I remember like it was like right after one of the roast battles. I had been on a fucking streak, right? I remember just getting there one day, and I remember I was like, you know what? Today's the day.
I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Fuck it,
verbally.
Today's the day. And then so he comes in, he grabs the paper, and he goes to walk out, and I go, hey, loud in front of everybody. And mind you, it's packed. They go, hey, you gonna pay for that? And the guy just turned around and immediately put it down. Because no one had ever said anything to him. No one ever called him out like that. And he never ever did it again.
Well, how much of it goes to the fact that you go like, I don't give a shit about Mr. Starbucks' fucking newspapers, you know?
Well, and that was the other thing too, was after I like fucking like checked him, I felt like so good. And then like, I was also like on my way out. So the first day after I quit, I remember getting my coffee and he saw me there and I was just like, nah, I wasn't working there anymore. I told everybody that I quit. And, we're in line together. I look at him and I grab one of the newspapers and I don't pay for it.
What was the shittiest thing to make at Starbucks?
You know what? I'll tell you. I mean,
is there a notoriously shitty thing? Like, will people out there who work in Starbucks go that tracks?
I mean, like frappuccinos are always annoying. The secret menu items because there's just a bunch of different recipes. But I think the most annoying thing is like someone's particular drink. someone like a regular who's like, I have to have it this way. There's a very famous story I tell about it's very famous. I'm such an asshole. There was a lady at Starbucks. She was a judge for somewhere in LA, and she was grandfathered in. This was way before they did to-go orders and all that stuff on the way it is now.
Like a court judge, not like on America's Got Talent.
No, like a court judge.
Yeah.
And I remember she was the kind of Karen who had the district manager's number in her phone.
Oh,
yeah,
boy,
she was on like a first name base. Like she was a fucking cunt. Anyways, she would come into the Starbucks all the time. You had to have her drink ready. She would call in it ahead. She would have to wait in line, pay for it, but she'd expect her drink to be ready. And because she just wanted to get in, get out. She's like, fuck the line. I'm a judge. I don't want to have to. And she was just the worst. And the old manager would let her do that.
And that was probably before apps and all that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And the old manager was a pussy and would let her do that. And then the new manager had to grandfather her in because she complained to the district manager. Her drink was a bone dry, non-fat, 3 Splenda.
A bone dry from the bones from before?
Yeah, dog. Bone dry.
What does that mean, bone dry?
I'll tell you. So a bone dry, non-fat cappuccino, 3 shots. I think it was 4 Splenda and decaf. So what a bone dry cappuccino is like milk and then mostly foam and then shots. She wanted shots, only foam.
Oh my Lord!
So I would literally have to steam 2 things of milk, not 2 full ones, but like one nice one because she wanted a certain creamy texture, and then the second jug I had to do it too, right? And it was always double cupped. It was a whole thing. And she was the kind of lady who she would come and she'd pick her drink up and she could tell by the weight if it wasn't made right, and then she'd be like, make it again. And you'd have a whole line of people, and you'd have to make. I'd watch baristas cry because she was such a cunt, right?
Oh my God, dude.
So she found out that I could make her drink the best. I was the only one in that whole staff that could make her drink the best. It was I would make it so good because I knew it down to the point that if I was working register or anything and she came, she'd be like, Frank's got to move. She would have me move to make her drink because I was the only one. Otherwise, we'd be there and she'd make people remake it the whole time. So I was just that good at making her drink. And then she would like it was the point where she'd be like, what days off do you like? I was a part of her routine. It was the fucking craziest, dude. And I did not like this lady. We did not like each other. Like, it was very.
You could have at least got one of these little like stickers that gets you out of a speeding ticket,
dude,
right?
Yeah, she was the worst. The greatest day of my life was quitting and not telling her that it was my last 2 weeks.
Well, then did you just go in and watch her?
I told her my last day that I was leaving.
Oh.
And I was like, this is my last day. And she goes, what? And it was like her world came crashing down. She's like, what do you mean? And then she was like, are you going to another Starbucks? Because immediately in her eyes was, I'm going to go to whatever Starbucks he's going to. Oh, and then I was just like, no, I don't work for this company at all anymore. She was like, I watched her just be like,
you think if you were her and she was doing this and you were such a part of her life that she would tip you like crazy?
Of course. No, she was a fucking cunt. And that's the kind of lady who's making life-changing decisions for people.
Yeah, I mean, that is wild, folks. And anytime you think about this country and you think about it negatively, I want you to remember there are people smoking dead people bones out there in Sierra Leone, and we got people buying expensive foam. This lady bought foam, for Christ's sake, every day.
Yeah.
God bless the USA. That's all I got to say. Oh, I wanted to read this tweet. So in this tweet...
were you going to have me find out her name?
I was gonna try to pull up pictures of LA judges.
Oh, my God. No. Pull it up.
There's like 400 LA
my
judges.
God.
There's so many, I mean.
I would just fucking totally be like, that's her name.
Listen to this tweet, though. This was about being in a cafe. It doesn't say Starbucks one way or another, but it says walking into a cafe and asking the barista if they're excited about back shots in a sundress with no panties season coming up.
That's hilarious.
That's what this woman overheard that happen. It's like,
oh, dude, I would watch guys totally take shots at the baristas. It was so funny. Really embarrassing more than anything because it's like they're getting paid minimum wage making coffee. No one wants to fuck you, you know?
Well, this story that Eric Smith sent in, maybe this guy was trying to take a couple of shots. An Oklahoma man is facing charges after he allegedly took multiple trips through a Starbucks drive-thru Excuse me, I lost my place. Oh no, I lost my place.
While naked?
While in the nude is how they put it on the article there. I think you knew what was coming there, folks. Michael Billingsley is charged with indecent exposure after police say he visited Starbucks locations in Broken Arrow multiple times while fully naked. According to the court records, Billingsley went to the Starbucks drive-thru on March 30th, completely naked to pay for his coffee. Would you have cared if you were working the drive-thru? That's the thing. I'd be in such zombie mode. I'd be like, oh, that guy is naked. Who gives a shit? Maybe
if it's a guy, I'd be like, what the fuck, man? But if it's a chick, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, you'd be like, hey, you come back around.
Hey, you want free coffee? Anytime. I had a homeless guy jerking off in the lobby once.
Dude, LA Starbucks is Thunderdome.
Dude, we had a lady. I didn't call her this, but they called her Shuffles because she was a small, like, little homeless lady, and she just lived in the area and would shuffle in every morning and get hot water and I eventually liked her so much I would just give her shit because she was cool. And also, I got to the point where at the Starbucks where I was nice to certain homeless people, and I found out that if I was nice to them, they would be mean to customers that I didn't like.
Well, the fact that you had to discern multiple homeless people at the Starbucks is the alarming thing for a lot of people in this country.
Oh my God!
Imagine.
I remember my wife came because me and my wife worked at the Gap across the street from the Starbucks that I worked at. It's just kind of how it worked out. So we'd see each other all the time, and I'd give her coffee. And I remember, and when we would carpool, like we would both like usually end around the same time. We'd go to the car in the back parking lot. And I remember one time we were walking to the car, and a homeless guy is like going through the garage, like looking at shit. And he turns and looks at me and my wife, and he goes, "Oh, what's up, Frank? I'll see you tomorrow." I was like, "See you tomorrow, Doc." And then we get in the car. My wife was like, "Who the fuck was that?" And I was like, "Oh,
that's Jeff."
Yeah, I was like,
he's homeless. Well, that's the thing. Back where I'm from, in Buffalo, the suburb I grew up in, there was like 3 homeless guys. We knew them. So like they'd go to, there was one dude named Larry. You could look up Larry Williamsville, New York. He'll come up on Google. He just recently passed away like a couple years ago because he slept outside this Tim Hortons in a historic blizzard in a bus stop because he refused to take shelter. He used to sleep in this, what do they call them? Those like, tubes that the water would go through.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'd when we were kids, it was like Stand By Me. We found Larry's bed. Did you see
found Larry's bed?
Yeah, there he is. I don't know if you could just Google image him. You don't need to find an article.
Sucks.
But he would stay at Tim Hortons all the time. But you knew these guys' names. In LA, the deluge of homeless people going into Starbucks, they might as well call Starbucks the Subway. I mean, it is like...
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't mean the sandwich shop. I mean the public transportation, because that's how... There he is right there. He had a huge beehive like that he used as like a pillow on his head there. You can see it. But yeah, that guy was from... As a child until just a couple of years ago, he was like a staple in Williamsville. People would leave him out stuff, like try and help him out, but he refused to take aid. Oh yeah, he'd sit in. That's him sitting in Tim Hortons crying. That was like on the corner of my street. He'd sit in there and he'd just go, and he never asked for money or something. I don't know what he was crying about. I think he had some nom stuff, maybe. Got some nom, the nom. He's got the nom on the brain. One of those. But here, let's get back to this fun guy over here this guy's not homeless. He's got a car. He's going for the drive-thru, naked, of course. According to court records, Billingsley went to the Starbucks drive-thru on March 30th. As we mentioned, a week later, he did it again. This time while also playing porn on his phone.
I'm sorry, that's so fucked
So
up.
he doubled down. He goes, they didn't notice me naked. This time, he's like got it turned up like it's morning radio in the car. It's like... 7:10 in the morning.
Can I get a double frappuccino, please? Thank you so much.
Yeah. Turns it back up. 7:10 in the morning, we've got lesbian pornography coming up next. Stay tuned. He's got it on his fucking phone. What if he's just holding it too? These are the things people are doing while they're driving. This is wild. It left such an impression that people working there knew his order of large ice Americano. That's not that hard to remember.
Yeah.
You could just remember a guy that comes in a blue truck that gets that every time. It's not like Frank's story where he had to fucking make foam for a fucking judge. Broken Arrow Police Information Coordinator Ethan Hutchins says allegations are disturbing. It's unfortunate that someone would do this to employees who are just trying to make a living and have to deal with someone doing this. According to court records, Billingsley described himself as an exhibitionist, which the Cambridge Dictionary defines as someone who likes to get attention by being naked. I don't know why they had to throw... We know what an exhibitionist is, you fucking prude reporter. I mean, golly. Does it have a video of him? No, there he is right there.
Why does he look like skinny me?
I don't know. Don't do that to yourself. He's a guy that looks a little dead behind the eyes. Though,
yeah, he does look a little dead behind the eyes.
A little dead behind the eyes. He's currently out on a $4,000 bond. I mean, golly, where do these people get money? It's crazy to me. But he's going through the drive-through, doing it. I would imagine how many times he did it without even being caught.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day. I mean, this is why when people complain about, you know, fast food employees or Starbucks employees getting, you know, the
minimum
wage raise, it's like, this is what they're dealing with. They might as well be civil servants, for Christ's sake. They're dealing with the homeless. They should be like social security workers, or what do they call them? Social workers, not social security workers. I'm retarded. Anyhow, Starbucks said in a statement that it was aware of the allegations. We are aware of the inappropriate behavior toward our employees. They call them partners.
Yeah.
Their employees. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, we're Starbucks partners.
That occurred at 2 of our Broken Arrow stores, and we continue to work with local police to support their investigation. What if they're like, this man buys so many large Americanos, can't he just come through the drive-thru naked? I mean, just turn away. How hard is it? Golly. Well, Frank, I'm so excited for your show. I'm going to get back from Seattle and come hang out for the after party at the very least.
Yeah, we're going to
May 4th, baby, Hotel Cafe.
Astor Club of Cahuenga. We're going to be doing an after party. It's going to be me, Kalia, Extracts, Puffco, Mountain Man Melts, and Alien Labs. I'm very excited.
I thought it was a private deal. Now you're telling everyone.
Oh, no, I'm just letting them all know that I'm just bragging. You know what I mean? Just letting them know.
Oh, no. Well, come on out and maybe you'll see Frank somewhere else in the festival. You won't see me there. I know.
Well, that's the thing is, it's so funny because they just take over the venues of all LA.
Yeah.
So
I'll be at the Comedy Store, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're going to be on one of those lineups. And then I remember like the year before, I didn't get on anything. And then I got on 9 shows.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, this is ridiculous. But I mean, I'm excited to be on. Yeah.
No, but I'll tell you where you can see me. May 3rd, going to be in Seattle. That is coming up here this Friday night. 2 shows over at the Hereafter. So get your tickets, thejoshpotter.com. And I've mentioned a bunch of dates at the top. You can find the links all below in the description, or just go to the website. Thank you to all the Roach reporters who sent things in. I appreciate you a great deal. I love you very much. thejoshpottershow.com. thejoshpottershow@gmail.com is where you can send that in. I think I fucked up my own email address. I think it's just Josh Potter Show, isn't it?
JoshPotterShow@gmail.com.
JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. I got too many fucking things, dude. I'm not smart enough to do these different emails and URLs and things like that. But go over to my website. It's got everything there for you. And I love you very much. We'll see you next Wednesday. Rate, review, subscribe. Have a good week. And we'll see you next time on the Josh Potter Show. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Coming to you live and direct with the Roach. We shotgun the beers, I got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real, son. He taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson.
Here's the deal, son. Won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism.
Now it's time we hit him. Bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, your wards with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide.
Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the Roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side, or looking like she just tripped into a moat.
I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many Bills hats got the mafia vibe.
A lot to describe like a Roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids if that's my mannequin right.
Been a fan of this guy since the Roach Motel. Couple 100 weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time.
Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.